will be studying the topic, the remainder theorem. So, before we start, let me first introduce to you or give you the objectives for our video lesson. So, the first one, this video lesson aims to define remainder theorem. And second is to determine the remainder when a given polynomial p of x is divided by x minus r. So those are our two objectives. So before we proceed to our lesson proper, I want us to remember certain notations that we will be using. And these are written already in our board. So for the notation p of x, that is equivalent to the given polynomial. So that is p of x. That's our notation. For the divisor, we have x minus r as our notation. Then for the remainder, we will be using capital letter R. And then for the constant value, we will be using p of r. So again, given polynomial p of x, divisor x minus r, remainder is r, constant is p of r. So let's first define what is remainder theorem. So mathematically speaking, remainder theorem is defined by if the polynomial p of x is divided by x minus r, the remainder r is a constant and is equivalent to p of r. So let me repeat that. The remainder theorem states that if a given polynomial p of x is divided by x minus r, given x minus r, the remainder is a constant and is equivalent to p of r. Okay, there are two ways to find the remainder when p of x or our given polynomial is divided by x minus r. There are two ways. The first one is our previous topic, which is all about synthetic division. And then the other one, you already know if maybe perhaps in grade 7 and grade 8. And this is what we call using the substitution method or the use of substitution method or calculating the p of r. So for that, let us have our first example. What if you are asked to find the remainder when 5x squared minus 2x plus 1, that's our given polynomial, that's our p of x, is divided by, our divisor will be x plus 2. So this is our p of x divided by x minus r. So the question is, what will be the remainder? What will be the value of r? And in the remainder theorem, mathematically speaking, it tells us that r or the remainder should be a constant and it's equivalent to p of r. And again, we have two methods. One, use of synthetic division. And then the other one is substitution method or the use of p of r. Okay, so let us solve for this one. Let us solve. So, find the remainder when 5x squared minus 2x plus 1 is divided by x plus 2. So, the first method that we will be using is called the synthetic division. And we already know that. The first thing that we need to do, get the numerical coefficient of our given polynomial. So, that is 5, negative 2, positive 1. And get the value of our x. So basically, we just equate it to 0, so this will become x plus 2 is equal to 0. You move it here, x is equal to negative 2. Okay? Or by addition property of equality, you add negative 2 on both sides, so that will become negative 2. So this is negative 2. And then just perform the steps in finding, in using the synthetic division. So bring down 5, you multiply it, that's negative 10. And then after multiplying, just simply add here, negative 2 plus negative 10, that's negative 12. You multiply it again, negative 2 times negative 12, that's positive 24. And then again add, that is 25. And actually, if you get here, this is our quotient, so less a degree, that will become 5x minus 12. And our remainder is this one. That's our remainder. Now, this one is synthetic division. How about if we use the substitution method or the P of R? So, P of R, what is the value of x here? That is 2. So, this will become P of negative 2. That's our P of R, negative 2. And just using also this one, negative 2, as our value of R, we just simply substitute negative 2 to all the values of x. P of negative 2. So this will become 5x squared minus 2x plus 1. And this will become 5 negative 2 squared negative minus 2 times negative 2 plus 1. Square first, negative 2 times negative 2. Square negative 2, that's positive 4. You multiply it by 5. That's 20. Negative 2 times negative 2, that's positive 4 plus 1. So this is plus 5. And that is equivalent to 25. Same answer. So, in finding the remainder, when a given polynomial is divided by x minus r, there are two methods that we can use. Either you use synthetic division or you use the substitution method. But remember that you should arrive at the same answer. Okay, questions? If none, let's proceed to our next example. Okay, so for our second example, what if you are asked to find the remainder when 2x to the 4th plus 5x cubed plus 2x squared minus 7x minus 15 is divided by 2x minus 3. Again, we will use first our first method, which is synthetic division. So again, get the numerical coefficient of our given polynomial. So this will become 2. This is 5, positive 2, negative 7, negative 15. And then, find the value of our r. So again, we just simply equate it to 0. So this is 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. Use property of equality. This will become 2x is equal to positive 3. You divide both sides by 2, which is our r, or our value of x, is 3 over 2. And that will be in here. Okay, again, let's proceed to the steps in using synthetic division. So this one, bring down 2. Then you multiply it. So 3 times 2, that is 6. And then divide it by 2, since you have a fraction. Again, I repeat, 3, you multiply it by 2, that's 6. And then divide it by your denominator, 2. 3 times 2, 6 divided by 2, which is 3. And then add, which is 8. 5 plus 3, 8. Repeat the process. 3 times 8, that's 24. You divide it by 2, that is 12. Okay, so again we add 2 and 12, that's 14. Repeat the process. 14 times 3, that's 42. You divide it by 2, that's 21. And then again add negative 7 plus 21, that's 14. Repeat the process. 14 times 3, that's 42. You divide it by 2, that's again 21. And then simply add, this will become 6. So again, less a degree, so this will become x cubed, x squared, x, and our constant. And again, this one is our remainder, which is 6. Okay? So that's for synthetic division. Now, we will be using the substitution method. Okay, so after using the synthetic division, we will now use our second method, which is the substitution method or calculating for the P of R. So, substituting 3 over 2 in our polynomial equation or given polynomial 2x to the 4th plus 5x cubed plus 2x squared minus 7x minus 50. So, we simply substitute 3 over 2 to all the values of x. Okay, substitute 3 over 2 here and also here. And then, simplifying 3 over 2 raised to the 4th power, that's 81 over 16. 3 over 2 raised to the 3rd power, that's 27 over 8. 3 over 2 raised to the 2nd power, that's 9 over 4. And then 3 over 2, you simply multiply 7 times 3, that's 21, copy over 2. And then repeat the process. 2 times 81 over 60, that's 81 over 8. 5 times 27 over 8, that's 135 over 8. 2 times 9 over 4, that's 9 over 2. Copy, and then simplify. 81 over 8 plus 135 over 8. Since they have the common denominator, copy, and then simply add 81 and 135, we have 260. They also have the same denominator, copy, then subtract 9 minus 21, that's negative 12, and then copy negative 50. If we divide 216 by 8, that's 27, negative 12 divided by 2, that's negative 6, copy negative 50. Simplify again, 27 minus 6 minus 50, or that is 27, you add this, negative 21. So 27 minus 21, that's positive 6. So you can say that either using the synthetic division or substitution method, we have the same remainder. Okay? So that's all for our video lesson. Thanks for watching. And just like what I'm saying always, never stop learning, and God bless.